you guys are ready for some girl chat, yeah? Now, you may have noticed that our girl Jeannie isn't here today. Well, she's traveling with The Real on the road. As you guys have seen, she's killing it out there, isn't she?
She is.
Doing an amazing job. We miss you, Jeannie. But guess who is here? She needs no introduction, but she's gonna get one anyway, and here it goes. She's an actress, a fashion designer, a TV personality. From The Real Housewives of Atlanta, it's our friend NeNe Leakes. Get comfortable in that seat because you are going to be with us all week. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I love it. I'm ready to have some fun.
Yay!
And a lot of gossip.
Yes.
A lot of gossip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got a lot of tea to spill.
NeNe, reports are speculating that both you and Kim Zolciak are in talks to return to The Real Housewives of Atlanta. But, but there's also...
Blowing on my tea.
Yep, there's also speculation that some of the current cast members aren't too happy about that.
What?
Yep.
Can you believe it? The nerve.
Yep.
What?
TMZ recently caught you outside and asked you about it. Check it out.
Receipt.
I'm going to ask you, I heard some of your cast members had a meeting on Thursday, and they don't want you back on the show?
Well, that's unfortunate because I started the show and they will be off the show before I will.
Really?
So, NeNe,
Look at Tamera.
what's really going on?
Girl, what's really going on? Loni?
Hey! I have NeNe.
Well, let me just say, I do not believe that the girls that I've worked with on The Real Housewives of Atlanta will be anywhere grouping up together trying to figure out for me or Kim not to come back.
Got it.
I don't believe that. You know, I know people watch the show and they really want to see conflict and they want to make things up, but I do not believe that these girls will get on the phone and try to figure out a way for me not to come back. I just don't think so.
Yeah.
Well, where do you think this came from?
Gossip.
Okay.
You heard?
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yes.
It's just gossip. It's just people wanting to see us be catty with each other. Sure, we've had different beefs on the show, but at the end of the day, we all understand what that is.
Got it.
It's our job. They would not do that.
Yeah. People definitely do just try to stir up drama. They plant a seed so that they can get a reaction from you and kind of even start some bickering. But
It won't
that's an
happen.
interesting start.
Actually, in that tape, Cynthia was in the car with me.
Oh, okay.
That was Cynthia sitting beside me.
What did she say?
They just don't want me to be great if they're doing something like that. But no, Cynthia knows. We know. I mean, you know, when you're working with girls like you guys do, I kind of know what someone would say and what they would do. And you can't let people put things into your head.
Absolutely.
And I will not accept that.
Absolutely. Smart. Very, very smart.
Can I ask a question? Why are you coming back? Is it because they just miss you or they love you? What?
I didn't say I was coming back.
Oh.
Now, that would be Loni saying that. I didn't say I was coming back. I didn't say I was asked back. I didn't say I wasn't asked back. I'm just simply saying, look, Bravo and the Housewives is where I began.
Yeah.
I will always be loyal to Bravo and the Housewives. That's just who I am. And if they called me and said, NeNe, we need you right now, I'm there. Whatever the situation is, I want to see the show succeed. It depends on all of our careers. I'm there.
Okay.
Got it.
I like that. I like that. Speak that truth, okay?
That's how it's supposed to work.
That's it. You know?
know?
Well, we love you on there. And speaking of the truth, we're going to get into some more stuff. I want to get your opinion on this. Halle Berry recently spoke out during a Q&A for the City Summit Gala. The actress, who has been married 3 times, said, and I quote, "As women, we go into marriage thinking it's going to last forever and that this is our prince on a shiny horse. That's what fairy tales taught me as a kid, and I'm kind of anti-fairy tales today." So,
Really?
ladies,
Wow.
NeNe, what you think? I mean, does happily ever after really exist?
Happily ever after really exists.
I think so.
Yes, it does. It really does. You know, sometimes I get kind of irritated when I hear women, because they've been in a bad relationship or they had a breakup, they start acting like, all men are this, all men are that. Look, any couple that you see that's been in a relationship for 20, 30, 40 years, obviously they have gone through something. There's no couple that hasn't gone through anything. What makes it a fairy tale is that you get to the other side.
Boom.
Very, very true.
You better say that.
It's about the journey.
It's about the journey. I feel like I'm on a fairy tale. I love my husband. Obviously, I've been married and divorced and still married to the same man. You know what I'm saying? Like, who marries the same guy?
So you, who marries the same guy? But we've even talked about this.
Yeah.
You guys got divorced. How long were you guys apart?
About 2 years.
And then you got back together.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is a fairy tale. Look, I'm not saying that the way I did my relationship, someone else should do theirs, but I felt like at that time in my relationship, you have to teach people how to treat you.
It's true.
And so that's all I'm doing. I just let him know this is not what I'm accepting.
Yeah.
And when you get it together, I'll still be here because I still love you. So when he got himself together, he was back over here. And honey, I'm still Miss Leakes.
And that's true love. That definitely is true love.
That's true love.
And I think when I hear happily ever after, to me, it doesn't mean that it's perfect.
Correct.
No.
Because I don't think any marriage is perfect. I think marriage is what you make it out to be.
Yes.
And
Oh, God.
What?
This
Fine,
girl.
Loni. I honestly, Adam and I, we choose to be happy.
Yes.
And we choose to respect and honor each other. We genuinely love each other. And we work hard at it every day to make sure it stays that way.
That's right.
That's being happily married.
That's right.
I think people give marriage and love a bad name because, yes, they do watch these fairy tales. And guess what? Your fairy tale may not be someone else's fairy tale.
Well,
that's also really important. Everybody's fairy tale is different. Somebody's has a divorce in the middle of it and it ends up great. It's a beautiful story for them. That's their your fairy tale may be something else. So I think watching a movie and saying, well, this is exactly how it's going to be. He's going to be on a white horse and he's going to be in, shining armor. That's not, I think that's where people take it too far.
Right.
And I don't think anybody thinks their husband or their knight in shining
prince
armor is riding on a white horse, but he could ride up in a white Rolls Royce. That would be the real.
But that would be your fairy tale. You know what I'm saying?
At the bank.
Somebody else, a white Honda Accord is going to be their fairy tale. And that's just
this
fine.
is my issue with fairy tales.
What is your fairy tale?
This is the issue I have with fairy tales for young children, especially girls.
Yeah.
It programs girls into this, and I think that's what Hallie is going to, into this thinking that this is what is going to happen. You always hear about Beauty and the Beast. Why the man can be ugly, but the woman can't? You never heard of the Prince and the Frog Face bitch. You never heard of that. You never.
But it's true. That is so real. That is so real.
You okay, Tam?
I am. I'm just trying to figure out, would I watch that?
You know, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see how you see, and I'm just worried that little girls are programmed when they hear these fairy tales and then they get into certain positions, because sometimes when you start off in a relationship, like I could say, I've honestly hung around all of your husbands and your relationships, and they're true relationships. And then I've hung around people that have had bad relationships.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that it's just, we just have to make sure that we're careful when we're talking about fairy tales to our young children.
That is true.
And young girls.
I agree with that. I do have to give my parents and my friends props for telling me the reality of marriage before I got married.
Yeah.
So I knew what what to look for and what I was going, to get into. My mom, she is so real, and I think that's the reason why I am on a show called The Real.
Darlene.
Miss Darlene. I remember having my first heartbreak, and I remember crying to her, saying, "Oh my gosh, Mommy, I'm just so hurt." And I remember her hugging me, looking at me, saying, "Honey, this hurts me. I'm hurt because you're hurt, and it breaks my heart. However, this is probably not the last time this is gonna happen to you."
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And
real.
I remember in the moment, I was like, well, dang, geez.
Yeah.
But guess what, you guys? She was right.
Yeah.
She set me up for that reality so that I learned in the future how to protect my heart just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
So thank you, Miss Darlene, for that.
Oh, Miss Darlene.
Miss Darlene.
I love that.
I love that. Well, you may still believe in finding your Prince Charming. Some of you may still believe that. But once you meet him, you probably want to make sure that he's well groomed. It's about to get real interesting, folks.
No.
According to Men's Health magazine, when it comes to manscaping, here is what women want. No back hair, a little bit of chest hair, a well-trimmed and washed beard, and no unibrow.
Yes.
Yes, no? You guys agree? You don't? So, NeNe, when it comes to your man, how do you like him to groom himself, and how what are the musts when it comes to hygiene for you?
For me, you must brush your teeth, okay?
Let's start with the basics.
Okay,
people.
that's it. You must brush your teeth, okay? Let's start there.
The Hulk.
My husband and my sons, they have a routine, though. They go to the barber every week. So
Yeah.
I love a man who always keeps his hair cut
Yeah.
and nicely shaved. And, it doesn't hurt that my man really likes to wear cologne. I like a good-smelling man.
Yeah.
Very good
No,
looking.
I like this.
That works
He
for
is
me.
very dapper.
very handsome.
The good
Yeah.
thing about Greg and, me, I don't have to really worry about hair. Greg doesn't have hair on his back. He may have 2 hairs on his chest, honey, but he ain't really got no hair.
Yeah, but
But he likes to stay very well groomed himself. He even goes with me to get manicure and pedicure. He gets one as well.
yes, I
See,
love
that's
that.
what I like. I like a man with some clean, big feet, okay? I like little feet, but if he got some big feet, yeah, I could do something with that.
Loni, you too much.
Tam, you and I are similar in this way. We like our guys a little bit more rugged. And my husband is super the opposite. Like
Yeah?
when we first started dating, he always was like either he has a beard, but he always keeps it really. I actually like it when it grows out and it's a little bit more salt and
too.
pepper. And like if we're on vacation, if he lets it grow out a little bit more, I like that.
I'm not mad at
really
that.
When it's a little
sexy.
more scruffy.
Yeah.
But if it was up to him, he's actually OCD level, like clean,
That's good.
leaning on the hairless cat side, which I don't like. I actually
Yeah.
prefer.
I have to say, I never thought I would like this, but I love a hairy man.
Do you?
Yeah,
I do.
Hey, Tamera, you
I
that
do.
girl.
Adam is very hairy, just everywhere. He does have hair.
Much information.
No, he has hair on his back, but I don't mind. And I love his hair chest. I just like to play in that salt and pepperness. I love it.
Go ahead,
That is
girl.
sexy.
And he has
That
a
is
scruffy
sexy.
beard.
His has chest hair, no back hair, but he has chest hair, and I like
So
that. I
sexy.
like the salt. I love it.
Me too, and I like the salt and pepper beard.
Yeah.
I like salt and pepper beards.
Yeah, I prefer. You see that? Oh
I
my
love
God.
it that way when it's a little scruffy.
Yes.
I love that.
I don't mind kissing that either.
That is so hot. That is sexy.
Go ahead, Tamera.
Really,
You better
Tamera?
lay with
Yes,
a bear.
it is. I love it, and I had no idea. He's the only
When
hairy
did it
man.
hit you that you liked it?
When I started dating him.
When she met him.
Yes, before Adam, they weren't hairy.
They wasn't?
No,
Like,
they weren't. I swear. Lonnie, whatever.
There are literally guys that take everything off.
I know. I don't
How
like
do you guys
that.
feel about that? Like
don't
completely
like that.
bald,
I don't
everything.
wanna- I don't
They
wanna-
wax their arms, their back, their chest, their.
I don't want to have more
Bald.
hair than my man. I don't.
You don't want to have more hair than your man.
I mean, what? Wait.
Well, you
I think
can
that's the other
possibly.
way.
Well,
I
want him to have less hair
I
than you.
want to have. I don't know.
You
I
want
I
Adam
want my
to be
man to
hairier
have
than you.
more hair than me.
Yes,
Okay, yeah.
obviously.
yes,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that should always be the case.
Yes.
Oh,
Do we
baby.
all agree that that should
Oh, baby.
always be the case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what else I don't like
Tamera.
in a man? I don't like when a man is missing that tooth right here. You know?
Yeah, oh my God. Dental
I know what
hygiene
you're talking about.
altogether.
You know? They smile. And it's
You
just
are
blank
great.
right here.
I love men with nice teeth.
Doesn't it look like their breath just stank?
Yeah. It's like, dog.
Blood, I can't with
I don't know.
Get a cat.
Nah.
Get a
Yeah,
cat.
get a
man.
cat.
She's
Yes,
like,
please
get a
do.
cat.